Ladies and gentlemen, loyal and disloyal subjects, welcome to Yes, Your Grace. My name, of course, is Potato. This is a strategy, resource management type of game. You know how it is. I don't like talking too much. We're gonna jump right on in. Yes, Your Grace is a game of tough choices. It will be impossible to satisfy the needs of every petitioner. Sometimes your subjects will have spiteful intentions, and sometimes life will get in the way. If you simply have enough resources at the end of the week, that is good enough. Yes, Your Grace. Right, so let's jump into it. All it needs saying, really, is that this game is developed by Brave at Night and published by No More Robots. You can get it on Steam or wherever you choose to get your games right now, and I really like it. I've played through a tiny little bit of it just to see how the sort of basic game mechanics work, and it's a really, really, really interesting sort of story-driven resource management strategy game. I dig it. Right, so let's get to it. Click on the petitioner to call him forward. Cool. It is time, Your Grace. Click on the throne to step down. Cool. Brilliant. I better put on the crown. I will say, the way in which this game sort of operates in terms of, you know, you've got an inventory. You'll see some resources pop up in just a second here. This little tutorial is just to get us used to the idea and the mechanics, as well as introducing the sort of basic story elements. Right, you can leave the room by walking to the edge of the screen or by selecting the doors. Cool. Well, let's walk to the edge of the screen right over here. So this is the map. We will probably be in this interface with a fair amount of regularity. We want to go to the castle wall because this is the tutorial. I say this tutorial. You make choices, right? You make choices in the game that lead to you having to use certain resources. For example, we are about to be faced with a very significant choice right at this moment. Your Grace. Okay, so this is the city guard. A deserter. Found one of ours hiding in a shed. Shed, why would you do this so big? There's too many of them. We have no chance of winning. If you let him off, the rest may follow. However, our army is sparse as it is. We need every set of hands to be able to hold a sword, Your Grace. Cool. Okay, so now I need to make a choice. Do I allow this guy to go unpunished for his desertion? Is that a word? Sure. Or do I punish him by saying there's no place for cowards under my banner? You know, sure, let's let him off. With courage, we will defeat the enemy no matter the odds. Let him loose, General. Go and stand for Davern. Thank you, Your Grace. Fear not. I've got your back, my dude. Over here, Your Grace. Right, let's go speak to the General. How bad is it, General? Our men are scared. It's the middle of the night, and yet it's so bright, as if Svarog himself walked our lands. The thin walls won't last long, and we lack any solid defense measures. We don't have enough men. Once they get in, we'll have nothing. Okay, cool. Right. Let's go and speak to our archers. See what the situation is up here. As I say, this tutorial is kind of unlike the rest of the game in the sense that, you know, none of the actual management mechanics have been exhibited yet, and we will indeed do that. So now we got to make a choice. How do we want to rile up our archers, or we could put up the white flag of surrender if indeed that's a thing. I think we're going to try and rile them up and get them to fight. We stood together through the worst of times. We have proved our strength in many battles, and today we will prove it again. My bravest men, I bid you to fight for all you hold dear. For Davern. Fire. Let loose a torrent of arrows, my men. And there we go. That's basically the tutorial over, and now we will get into the management mechanics, which is quite interesting. Okay, so this is all set 1 year earlier. That's cool. So now we're just going to interact with our family members. Again, this is still, I guess, part of the tutorial. It's like the part 2 of the tutorial. So we've got Lors Julia. Okay, sure. So that's one of our daughters. This is my wife here. Let me enjoy the sun. Okay, so you're Orally, and then we've got Asalia. Shouldn't have insulted your sister from across the garden. She's so proud she couldn't even find a place to hide. Alright, so a little bit of animosity between these two sisters, but that's okay. Alright, nice. Nice, 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 nice. But it seems that you took that joke a little bit harshly from your sister over there. And then we've also got Sedani over here. And here's the little one. I was doing so well, you must have cheated or peeked. No, I didn't. I'm just a true gamer. I figured it out. Maybe next time. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Forgive me, Your Grace, I hate to interrupt, but your subjects will soon arrive. Brilliant, the throne awaits. Now, we are talking. So this is when the business starts. Are you ready? The petitioners will start queuing in a moment, Your Grace. We really need to shorten the visiting hours. Amen. We really do. Okay, so who have we got here? And by the way, this is the interface that we will be presented with over the course of the rest of the game. So we've got our gold. We got our gold over here. We've got our crops, or I guess our supplies. I think this is our military manpower fighting style. This is the general happiness of the village. This means something and this means something, and we will find out over the course of the next couple of days. Can you go and speak to Laura Julia, my dear? I've tried talking to her. She just won't respond. I don't know what's got into her recently. Maybe she'll open a bit more to you. She's probably wondering about the wall. Right, okay, well that's cool. We can take a trip down to the wall and find our daughter, see what the situation is. Alright, Dungeon Guard, you're next. I bring bad news. The recent rains have soaked through our roof. The pantry roof has collapsed, as well as some walls of our dungeon. Only one cell is currently functional. We should really get these things fixed before they get worse. Otherwise, we'll keep losing supplies. You'll see the required fixes in your weekly summary at the end of the week. Okay, cool. So again, this game is about making decisions and prioritizing, you know, where we want to allocate our scant resources. We can have a little look back at all of our encounters. So these are our family members. We've already talked about all of them. Flood damages. We can have a little synopsis of what the situation is in the dungeon. The recent rainy weather damaged our pantry roof. We should repair the damages when possible. And I will just click through all of the family members just to make sure that that is all read appropriately. Right, so who have we got here? We got two peasants. I'll take the rear peasant first. I come here representing my village. We want to ask you for 7 gold to help us gather tools and resources required to build an inn. Could really use a new place to work after a long day of work. Okay, so, I mean, we do have fairly limited resources, although 7 gold, I mean, it seems like a fairly substantial chunk of our resources at the moment. Sure, you know what? Build an inn. I support the hospitality industry, and you know what? Apparently I support the entertainment industry as well. So, make it the best inn around. We surely will. Thank you, Your Grace. Brilliant, and we get a new entry in the archives, etc., notifying us of exactly what we did. The king decided to support the village with gold. Brilliant. Okay, peasant. Your Grace, my daughter's wedding is at hand. Congratulations. The problem is, we don't have enough gold or supplies to make a worthy feast. What will my daughter-in-laws think of our family? We want to hire a band to buy some of that fancy wine on the market. We would only need 5 gold and 5 supplies. I mean, a quarter of the kingdom's resources for your daughter's wedding. I mean, we have 20 supplies and we're going to give 5 to you. You know what? Sure. I'm a benevolent leader. You can't have a marriage without music and something to kill the thirst. Oh yes, the thirst is indeed the worst. We'll show these peasants what a real feast looks like. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm a pretty benevolent dude. I like it. Sorry, did you not get the memo? Visiting hours are over. Completed entries, yeah. So that immediately just goes into completed entries because we just made an on-the-spur, on-the-moment decision to help out this dude and his daughter get married. Right, let's take this peasant. Monsters, beasts dressed in black. They came in the night, unseen, unheard until they arrived. They attacked the village. We heard dreadful screams of the slain. I wonder if this guy is referencing the animals or the people, whatever, that attacked in the prologue. Your Grace, I beg you, you must send your men to check what happens, find those responsible. My agent will check the village. The general should easily deal with these bandits. Sure, let's get to it. Okay, general has been sent. This is the general. Cool. So the general has made his way to the village, or will indeed be making his way to the village. And again, that should be chronicled in the archives as well, so we can refer to that if indeed we need to. Okay, we're gonna get to the proper business of managing a kingdom in just a second, but I'm just going to briefly Okay, so there's the gardens over here. We've been to the gardens to play hide and seek. There's the dungeon, which, if you'll recall, has got a collapsed roof or whatever. And then there's also the castle wall. Let me take a quick little look to see if I can find... See if I can find my daughter. Presumably she's up on the actual wall, as opposed to down at the bottom of the wall. That's cool. Alright, let's go and chat to her, see what the situation is. Right. You need to stop fighting with your sister? Do you want to talk about what happened in the gardens? No, I'm fine. I can see something's wrong. Everything's fine. Don't you have things to do? I don't know where your sister learned to be so rude. Why didn't you want to play with us? Used to find the best spots? Maybe I'm not 5 anymore? Jeez, Dad. Leave me to just mope in silence. Come on. I guess even kings need to deal with mopey family members. Such is the way of the world. Right, well, let's just walk off screen, and there we go. We get to take our next trip. Let's head on over to the dungeon, see what the damage is. This is worse than I thought. Recent downpours. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've had a scribe write a list of the things that need to be fixed. You'll see this in your weekly summary. This sounds like it's going to be costly. Yes. Okay, so we only have one cell operational at the moment, although it looks like in normal circumstances we've got 2 cells that are operational. And also I believe that there is a negative modifier to the amount of supplies that we collect in any given week because of the dungeon. And so we need to get this repaired ASAP. That could have been me. Do you see what happened here? If I was in the other cell, I would have been crushed. This is a sign. The gods have forgiven my sins. I shall serve the mighty ones. I will dedicate my life to those in need. I mean, if I could get out of here, please. Why are you in here again? I bumped into the innkeeper on the street and stepped on his toe. How dare you tell such falsehoods? He ordered a gallon of beer, drank it all by himself, and didn't even have the gold to pay for it. I know the innkeeper. He was pretty upset. Oh yes, I think I remember. I've been enlightened. I won't ever do such a stupid thing again. I will serve a higher purpose now. Just let me out. I mean, I feel like we should let him out, but not right at this moment in time. You got what you deserved. I think you need some more time to think about your actions. I think you need some more time to think about your actions. Yeah, cool. Okay, so so what was that? Divine intervention. Kings decided that the peasant will stay in the dungeons a while longer. Goodness gracious me. All right, let's head back to... In fact, we don't even need to head back. We can just end the week by clicking this little, I don't know, like flower icon in the middle of the screen. And then we go to the summary screen and we're able to see the weekly income and the expenses of the kingdom. And we can buy upgrades and fixes for the castle in the left section, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Right, so this is the treasury report. We got a broken theater, which is currently providing -1 happiness. The broken pantry roof, which is currently providing -5 supplies. The general is costing me money, but we are gaining 11 gold and 8 supplies thanks to taxes. So, I mean, that's not too bad at all. Right, what do we want to do? We can fix the pantry roof. So that would mitigate... That would mitigate the -5 supplies, so it would actually increase the number of supplies that we get. Similarly, if we fix the market stall with the supplies that we've got, then we will be able to gain 2 extra gold per week. Yeah, so that will fix the market stalls. And then also we could repair the theater, removes consentment penalty from the treasury. So yeah, just basically moving from a broken theater to a fixed theater. Well, you know what? I think my happiness is actually in an alright place at the moment. So why don't we just fix the pantry roof, fix the market stall, you know, get a little bit more gold each and every turn, and then head on over into the next week. Okay, that is absolutely, as far as I'm aware, all of the tutorialization done. So now we can focus on proper management. Bloomin' heck! Look at the number of people that are coming for consultations. All right, General, you are returning from a little expedition, aren't you? No sign of the monsters. We did stumble upon these bandits, though. They were pillaging the village. Red head, sharp teeth. A crest of Radovia? I thought you could only find them in books and old manuscripts. Well, it seems like we have one right here, too. Tell me. Who's your leader? Do you have a king, or are you just a barbaric thief? Oh, it's these people. These people are with the general. Cool. I didn't realize that you'd brought compatriots back with you. That's cool. We don't bow to kings or lords. Bold words for someone trespassing in another country. Bold and stupid. Whose banners are you bearing? Radovia is my home and soon yours too. Why are you here? What were you and your men doing near the village? We're just making a living. One man might call it plunder. I would call it hard work. I've heard enough. Get out of my face. Can't allow barbarians to stalk our land, plundering and killing innocent men. There's no question that justice needs to be dealt on this one. Throw him in the dungeon. Don't want to let me go? But you don't have the guts to kill? My friends will gladly hear about your cowardly decisions. I need to see Aurelia about this. Cool. Alright. What's up, Audrey? What do you make of this, Audrey? Radovians here? How would they get through the mountains? Why would they threaten war? A lot of questions, but I need answers, Audrey. Forgive me, your grace. I'm just puzzled. It might be reasonable to start thinking about renewing some old treaties. Talk to old friends. See who could give us a hand. With our current resources, a war would bring a certain defeat. I will make preparations. Get to it, my squire. Oh boy, we got a banker. Alright, even in these days, we gotta deal with bankers. I'm here representing Bank de Florentini, your grace. I hear that your treasury has seen better times. Lies and slander, and I shall take none of it. How does this work? We understand that sometimes it's hard to be a king, and we want to do our best to help. Okay, is this going to be like a Nigerian prince sort of situation? Or is this going to be a, you know, credit card scam? How much interest are you going to charge me? Quick and easy solutions to give you a surge of gold, whichever you may be in need of. Our package offers 50 gold or supplies instantly available for your use. The bank only adds a small fee of 10 gold or supplies, depending on the type of loan. It's paid off in weekly amounts of 10 until you pay off your debt. Your grace. We won't charge you any additional costs. We only do one loan at a time, so if you want to borrow gold, we can't lend you supplies until the first loan is repaid and vice versa. And remember, the first loan is free of charge. You just pay back what you take. Cool. Okay, that's actually not a bad deal, the first loan. Well, we don't need to worry about that for the moment. The bank is always happy to help. I'm sure it is. It's able to make a ton of money off my back. Okay, I really don't want to speak to my daughter at the moment. Let me speak to the peasants. My dear son is nowhere to be found. A really daft little boy, but he's my son. Is there a chance that you could do so? General will try and look. Yeah, okay, great. So happiness, again, is on the up and up, which is brilliant. General is going to be, I don't know if that's his name. Mr. General. Mr. General is going to be engaged for 2 weeks. Which is fine. Right, again, don't really want to speak to my daughter. Pietro, let's speak to Pietro. I fear for my life. I think someone is trying to get me. I think someone is following me. They want me dead. Who's they? I don't know. I haven't done anything, right? I'd better be going. Okay, I mean, that seems like an oddly specific thing to come and see the king about, but that's okay. Yeah, he never gave us any details and he left in a hurry. That's true. Okay. Etin, Lord of Branca. I'll be as straightforward as possible. Someone has kidnapped my daughter and they expect me to pay 12 gold to get her back. The thing is, I tracked them down and I know where they're keeping her. I planned everything out. I just need your general to help me take her back. Or I could pay the ransom. Either way, I'll need your help. I don't think that there's enough generals. Okay, I really cannot help you, I'm afraid, my dude. Oh, jeez, Louise. Okay, I don't like you holding a grudge. I don't like anyone holding a grudge, frankly. Yeah, -2 happiness. That's not good. We've basically just lost all the happiness that we've so difficultly acquired. I say difficultly, we haven't really. I bring news. Asalia sneaked out at night last week. I ran into her while she was going back to the chamber, all laughing and a little tipsy. She wouldn't say where she'd been, but Sedani, as thick as she is, spilled everything to me in the morning. Those two chit-chat all the time. They don't think I realize. Thick. Don't speak ill of your sister. What's got into you? Sneaks out to some wedding, gets all drunk, but I'm the bad one all of a sudden? No. Not the wedding that I funded. Not the wedding I funded. Please. Not the wedding I funded. Are you kidding me? Right. Monsters. Cool. Further interrogation. And, Asalia. Let's go and see if we can speak to Asalia. I think that seems like a pretty good plan. Maybe just to, you know, just a quick little lecture on... why, you know, you shouldn't go ahead and get hammered. Let me speak to my wife about, yeah, the barbarians as well, whilst we're here. It might be. What do you think? 13 years ago, we promised our unborn child's hand to a thug. Why? Why? Baron? Does it matter? After 13 years, a Radovian shows up at our castle? I'll be damned. Lorshila will soon become a woman, and we need to find her a husband. And Baron the villain will arrive to make me fulfill my promise. What about the witch? What witch? What is this, a fairy tale? Goodness gracious me. What got into us? How could we have promised our daughter's hand to a Radovian? With a knife to my throat, I'm not sure what else we could have done. To think our daughter will marry some barbaric thug, though. We can't let this happen. Don't worry, we'll solve this. What about the witch? Do you remember the curse? I don't even want to think about this. Let's just hope the curse is nothing but a hoax and see how things with the thug turn out. I mean, now that I know it's a fairy tale, should we really just disregard a curse like that? I feel like that's not a great idea. If Baron ever shows up to claim our daughter's hand, hopefully no one will believe him. We just need to play stupid, unless he shows up with an army. Don't be silly, how could a commoner afford an army? Even we can't. How could Radovians get to Davern? Anything seems possible at this stage. You did send the bandit to the dungeons. Maybe you could question him, see what he knows. I will see what I can do. Alright, cool. It's a good thing that we sent him to the dungeon, eh? Marry a prince, a lord, but let her marry a thug? We can't do this. It's fine. I won't let them take her away. I'll see you later. I'm terrified. I can handle this. Fine, I will stay here. Okay, good. Is there anything else in this room that we can interact with? Fireplace? Okay. Dresser? Alright, nothing else. Seems that we've interacted with everything in the room. A stork painting. Lots of storks in Davern. That's good to note. Is it the national bird? Maybe. I did want to speak to my daughter, who was going out on the session. That's right. There was a wedding in the village. A fine wedding in the village, just outside our walls. Considering the resources you've spent to help them out, it definitely was. How do you know this? Sounds as if they had the honor of a royal guest. No, of course not. I've heard what people say. Come on, I know about the wedding. Larissula told me what happened. How would she know anyway? Of course. Sidani. I'm worried about you. I wouldn't have forgiven myself if something happened to you. Forgiven. I wouldn't have forgiven myself if something happened to you. You have no need to worry, nothing will happen. Do you know what's out there? What could have happened if someone found a princess by herself in a village? All the drunkards? Thugs? Nothing happened. I was dressed differently. I was careful. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. All I wanted was a little fun. Larissula said you got drunk. That's a lie. I know what I'm doing. I can take care of myself. How many times? Since she turned 13, she thinks she will marry some fat, dumb prince and send her off to another castle. If she intends to be such a lousy rat, maybe it would be for the best. Yes. Yes, why don't we just marry her off to the thug and get rid of her? That'd be a brilliant idea. Doesn't change the fact that she's just infuriating. Ooh. I don't really want to confine you to the castle. That sort of took a little bit of an ominous, overarching turn. No more horse riding? Just in case you have an idea to ride off? What am I supposed to do inside these godforsaken walls? I'll teach her a lesson, stop with the names. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that at all. I didn't want to do that at all. So what do I need to do? I need to speak to, I guess, optionally, Larissula. Let me go up to the walls, see maybe if she's chilling out over here. And then I think that we'll probably be ready to head to the next week. I have committed my general to look for some missing person for like the next 2 weeks, which maybe in hindsight wasn't the most intelligent of things to do. It's you. I'm sorry we didn't realize earlier. You won't have to marry a stranger. You won't have to marry a stranger. But I promise you, you won't have to marry a stranger. We'll make sure we know the prince before the wedding. Time will show. Time will indeed show. Right. I'm trying to keep all of the balls in motion here. I mean, it's more challenging than I think it looks. Right. Anything else that we need to take care of? Nothing really with our families. Right. We do need to speak to the dude. In fact, yeah, let's go and speak to the dude in the dungeon right now. See if he's got anything to say. See if he can shed any light, and then we will get the week finished up. Ah, yes, the peasant. You got what you deserved. Let's leave him in there for another couple of weeks. I didn't think a king would come down to the dungeons. Oh, have we not repaired the roof yet? An honor, truly. Enough of the games. I suppose one way of killing time in this murky den. You see, Barian, that lunatic, thinks everyone will follow him. Haha. Keeps raving about some promise. One of the 7 kings will give him his daughter. He thinks he's got a chance at mingling with the royals. I still can't decide. Is he the mad one, or is it his followers who believe this bunk? Who are really insane? Don't worry about me. I'll play with my friend here. Your Grace? Yeah, okay. You know what? You can chill out for a little bit in there. And then we are going to just check on the situation in the archives. Okay, so it looks like he doesn't really think very much of his leader. Right, so how long does it take to actually fix the pantry? I mean, we could repair the theater, but I feel like repairing the theater would be a very, very bad idea. So I can't unselect these. These have now been fully committed. That's totally fine. Okay, let's save and continue then. I mean, we are paying a heck of a lot for our general, which I'm very apprehensive about. But you know what? If that's the cost that we must bear, then that's the cost we must bear. We've got a pigeon. We got a pigeon, and that is the pigeon right down there. Dear Eric, we have crossed the mountains. We will come for what was promised, for the gods have graced us with their strength. Barian, the king of Radovia. So they do have a king after all. And where there's a king, an army follows. What are they babbling about anyway? I don't know. Our treasury has seen better times. Seeking allies might be our best bet. I will let you get on with the audits, and I'll make some preparations in the meantime. I'll be in the council chamber, Your Grace. Cool. Okay, where can I go to speak to the banker? Is that even a thing that I can do? Is the banker here? There's a merchant here. Okay, a shield with the emblem. It is the stork. The stork is the national animal. I was spot on. Okay, chandelier. So what do we got? We got a merchant and 2 peasants. Well, you know what? Let's deal with the merchant first. He seems like the most important one. I come with a business proposition. I need 12 gold to hire men and buy resources to build a new tavern in Branca. You see, the tavern will just serve as more than just a way for locals to get drunk. The village is really well positioned. It has many visitors, but they never stay for long. A new tavern will charge that and guarantee a steady income. I'll share my profits once I start making money on the business. This sounds good. Take the gold and let the business grow. You won't regret it. I'll get right to work on it. 8 solid tables, 13 bed. We can make a cheaper shared chamber. Oh, that's going to work well. Brilliant. I have a business. I do indeed have a flippin' business. Can I just have a little look, actually? Yeah, so this is in Branca, and we've invested. Same with the village. It doesn't say what village it is. However, I'm investing in businesses all over the country. Injustice and hunger have struck our village. Men dressed in black came and took our stock. Hardly anything left worth giving to the dogs. 7 pieces of gold or 5 stacks of supplies. That way we can at least keep our children fed. Take these supplies. Cool. And that gives 1 happiness. 1 singular happiness? Really? That's a little bit stingy, don't you think? Does that go in completed? That goes in completed. Brilliant. Okay. Your Grace, a disease is crawling our village. Appeared out of nowhere. If it's not serious, I'm sure it can wait. -1 happiness. Okay, that's actually totally fine. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Have we got any outstanding things to deal with in the village? Nothing at the moment, or nothing in the kingdom at the moment. There is a fever in the village, which I'm a little bit concerned about. I mean, you know, what this being 2020 and all that, started 2020. But you know, we gotta be careful. Radovia is seeking what's promised to them. I don't really think that I want to speak to anyone. I do want to just go and check on my my advisor dude who's in the council chamber. Yeah, let's go to the council chamber. Okay, there are 2 people here who we want to interact with. One is my daughter. Let me go and speak to you right now. Potato Head. That seems like a, you know, an appropriate moniker. Whoa, I have a normal head. Like a normal potato. That's right. And you should be proud. You should be proud of your potato head. Your Grace. You shouldn't be playing here. I always tell you not to play here. This is my most cherished place in the Ka Fortress. Oh, you have the most finest items here. Please let me stay. I won't break anything, I promise. Fine. Let's see what else is in here. I mean, this does indeed look like a pretty nice place to play, but pretty valuable stuff around here. Deer antlers? Alright, nice. Let me speak to my advisor. I appointed a scout. He'll let us know what we're up against. Meanwhile, we should invite King Tallies. He might be able to help. Sure. Let me have a little look to see if we can do that. Tallies. Yeah, brilliant. Can I invite you? Tallies should visit us within a week. Brilliant. Oh, that's the pigeon. The pigeon. We've just sent out the pigeon. We should be able to repel Radovia no matter what they come with. Okay, so it's kind of important that we make sure we don't anger our allies if they are, in effect, going to be paying for us. Paying for our, you know, paying to keep us alive. And I don't really think... Yeah, there's nothing else that we can really do. We could repair the theater, but, you know, that's not a thing that's gonna happen on this turn, I'm afraid. Theater is going to have to wait. Okay, who have we got? We got a banker again. I'm gonna take a banker first. Hear that your treasury in the best shape. I want to borrow gold. 50 gold, repairable over 5 weeks. Remember, the first loan is free of charge. I will take it. I will take it because it'll give me a lot more flexibility. And you know what? If we don't end up using it, we don't end up using it. It doesn't actually matter. But it just allows us to have that little bit more flexibility about wanting to invest in... you know, a couple of other businesses. If indeed the opportunity arises. And we might even be able to repair the theater, which would remove that negative modifier. Right, let's speak to the general, see if he's found the son. Found the son of the peasant. He was lost in a nearby forest looking for home. He was weakened and thirsty, but should be back to full strength soon enough. Brilliant. Happiness? Give me some happiness. You're kidding me. Really? Zero happiness? His father must be well pleased. You're kidding me. Okay. Hardly any light can get through these windows. These halls used to shine, Eric. Father. Look what she did. Elsia put feces under my pillow. How can I ever wash it off? Why did you tell her I told on her? Oh. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't squabble in front of the king, but at the same time, I don't want to rebuff my daughter. Can you not see we have a guest? Go back to your chamber now. There's always people in here. We'll deal with that later. Scuttle off for now. Okay. If you can't even control your children, then I'm surprised you still sit where you do. Yikes! And I'm still standing where I am. Forgive me. We have a lot going on recently. I'm asking if you're going to make me stand like a commoner here. Oh, of course. Let's talk in the council room. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. This guy doesn't mess around. You have a lot of books. What is she doing here? Are you letting children play with your archives? Girl, be gone. Are you a king or a blasted nanny, Eric? What can be so important that you couldn't just send me a pigeon? I'll be straightforward with this. I need an army. Radovia has threatened me and my family. Ha! Radovia? Here! Yes. Simple men. Untrained. Tell you what, I will give you 3,000 soldiers. My army can deal with anything they throw its way. Just like that? Of course not. You see, my son, Ivo, has been crying and moaning to me about finding him a princess. He's always bothering me. It's about time he grew up. A wife would keep him busy, out of my way. Lorshila would be good enough for him. She could teach him a thing or two. I also want access to the fine collection of books you have here, plus anything else you can find. You still seek cures for your wife? Her condition hasn't improved? Well, that does not concern you. You get an army, I get Lorshila and access to these books. So an army for a marriage in return. Of course, you catch on quickly. I'll send my enemies right away. I mean, I want to say no, because I can't. I feel like I gotta say no. I can't just let you take my daughter for a few hundred men. Come on, Eric. We both know Davern has seen better times. When Radovia comes, who will protect your people, your family? Are you going to order peasants to fight them with pitchforks? You'll provide a general? I think providing a general would be pretty good. 3,000 extra men doesn't really seem like an important modifier at this moment in time. You'll provide a general. You'll provide a general to help with our people's needs. How about I just pay for one of yours? That's fine too. I will send an army straight away, but I want immediate access to the archives. The marriage can be organized later. Let me get lost in your books, then I think I will start from this room. Fine, you can find me in the throne room if you need me. Let's see. What do we have here? Brilliant. So we managed to make an ally. I kind of have promised my daughter's hand in marriage, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I didn't really want to end up upsetting my daughter. 2 daughters, actually, in the process. He's the future husband of Eric. Cool. The wedding. Army for the eldest daughter's hand. And Radovian bite. Cool. I don't think that there's anything that needs to be done on the map. Let me go and speak to my daughter just quickly, because, you know, she might have been upset. Okay, can't speak to the general. The general called Stan. Stan, the general man. Okay. I really need to apologize. There is something I need to tell you. You must marry Ivo, the Prince of Vatana. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Don't I get a say in this? We need this marriage to secure an army that will defend us. A war is coming. So I'm going to be sacrificed. Did you even consider any other options? Did you even try to offer something other than your daughter? I knew it. I knew the day I'm old enough you would just sell me to the highest bidder. You've been waiting for this. You can't wait to get rid of me, can you? I wish I was a common girl, living in the village, having nothing to worry about, being able to marry the one that I love, not some snob. Stupid wedding, stupid prince, you're stupid. Okay. Turns out I maybe shouldn't have confronted her about this. Maybe I should have just left it alone. Maybe not the wisest idea that I've ever come up with, frankly. Cool. I don't think I really want to or need to talk to anyone else at this moment. I'll go to the bedchamber just to see what my wife is saying, and then I think we'll go to the next week. Lorshila's getting married. Did Barian find us? We'll marry Ivo, the Prince of Vatana. I made a treaty for Tali's marriage and an army for return. We cannot let her marry a barbarian. Eric, you said you would find a way. Wait, Ivo, that's good. That's great. Ivo's a prince after all, and Larishula is married to Ivo, then Berrigan can't do anything. Tali's army might simply scare them away. This is fantastic news, Eric. Wonderful. Who's going to prepare the wedding? Guests, menus? We need to decorate the throne room. We need to buy flowers and decorations. Oh, and we need a band too. I'll take care of that. We'll see how the treasury looks at the end of the week. She didn't take it very well, but what does she know? She knows nothing. I know what's best for her. She wouldn't want to marry that barbaric Barian. Who knows what Radovian do with their wives. Wouldn't surprise me if they cut them up and eat them for dinner the next day. Give her time, she'll come around to the idea. I'll see you later. Alright. Alright, cool. Let's go to the next week. Later that night. Oh no. It had better be something important at this ungodly hour. Your Grace, Radovian forces have been spotted nearby. We should send our men to track them down. They've come for Lurshila. Eric, we must do something. Send a general to check this. Let's send Stan. We need to see what they're up to. Stan, get to it. It's only going to be a week, so that's fine. Does mean it's a general out of play yet again, but that's okay. Right, so what upgrades can we enact? We are going to have to lose 10 gold from bank payments, but that's okay. Doesn't look like we're paying for Stan at the moment, which is nice. I kind of want to repair the theater, so we're not just continually losing happiness. Buy flowers for the wedding's decorations. I mean, that doesn't really seem necessary at this moment in time. Let's buy the flowers and stuff at a later date, since I'm gonna need to keep this money anyway. This money belongs to the bank, or at least, you know, 4 other subsequent payments along with this one belong to the bank, so I don't have the money to fork out on fabrics and a band, etc. at this moment in time. I'll try and raise the capital that I need, though, in order to ensure that my daughter has a nice wedding to somebody who she doesn't want to marry. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, this is a busy day. A busy day. Merchant. Let me speak to the merchant, see what the situation is. The tavern is up and running. Brilliant. It's doing so well that it's not just a stop between long trips. It's more of a destination on its own. As promised, you will now start sharing my profits. A whole 1 gold every week. What are you talking about? You must be joking. This is ridiculously low. I want 3 pieces of gold. Let's be reasonable. I guess you're right, Your Grace. 3 pieces of gold it is then. It was worth a shot. Yeah, you know, 4 pieces of gold seems just a little bit unreasonable. But 3 pieces of gold per week, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. You know, we can take, you know, we can make a good living. All right, Stan, what you got? What have you learned? Radovians have formed stationary posts around our castle, Your Grace. Camps, if you like. They're planning their next moves. Destroying the posts should damage their ability to form strategies, Your Grace. Although we now have a prospect of an army, we shouldn't give them any advantage. You should take a look at the map, Your Grace. Send an agent to clear out these posts as soon as possible. Wait on my mark, General. I'll instruct you where to strike. Yes, Your Grace. Cool. Okay. Let's go and do that. Also, the great news is that my general doesn't cost me anything. I completely forgot about that. So that's basically 9 gold per week saved because my ally is paying for my general. Cool. Let me have a little look. So, there's 3 posts that we need to destroy. I mean, destroy post east? Yeah, okay. Send an agent to go and explore this. The general has been sent to the east post. Stan, get to it, my dude. Also, can I see any of my allies around here? Ah, this is where Radovia is over the mountains. That's cool. Let's exit out the map and see what you're saying. We'll be ready for the wedding in 4 weeks, Your Grace. The Radovian posts need to be eliminated by then, and we still need to provide for the people's needs. Striking the right balance between the two might be tough, if not impossible with our current resources. We will need to prioritize. Indeed, we will. Which is exactly why I'm prioritizing business matters, because business matters will give me more money. And that's really what I need. I can kind of afford to let my supplies just disappear forever, really. I don't really need that many. My son was found safe and sound. There are no words. Here's a little something. My wife has made a cake for you, a strawberry one. Oh, brilliant. Ah, okay. I'll just put this with the other supplies. Okay, cool. So we ended up getting 1 supply. That's not too bad. Sure, I'll speak to my daughter. How can I help, Potato Head? I'm worried about Larissula, Father. What will happen when she leaves? She promised me she'd take care of me, but now she's leaving. Why would she lie? And what happens to Dusty? What about Dusty? Are you more concerned about Larissula or her cat, Sedani? Both. She'll take Dusty. Oh, that's a shame. It's not exactly Larissula's choice. I'm sure she'd prefer to stay. She would never leave you on purpose. Why does she do it then? If she would rather stay, she should. Can you talk to her, convince her to stay? Of course, Sedani. I can try convincing her, but I don't think that will change a thing. Right. I didn't really want to lie to my daughter there, but that sort of just happened. Bit of a bummer there. Right. If you need money, you ain't getting it, my buddy. They took our cattle. Monsters with steel came in the night and took everything. Sure, there's plenty of grass left, but what's the good of it if there ain't cattle to graze it? Can you help us? Take the supplies. That should replace your cattle and get you a little something to eat for a while. Sure. Okay, so happiness is on the up and up, which is really, really good. Let me have a little look at the archives. Radovian Bite. Yeah, we're acting on that. Tavern business is nice. Picked up on a potential scam and asked for a higher income of 3 pieces of gold a week. Okay, my family is rapidly getting out of control. And we've dealt with the cattle, and we've dealt with the beloved son, which is also really rather good. Where do I go now? I think I will head to see what my family is doing. You know, let's go speak to my daughter. Larishula's not up there. Maybe Asalia will know where she is. Okay. I don't even know how to say my family's names. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Ah, pick up the sword and go for a little, swords? She's far too soft for that. She wouldn't stand a chance. Let me be the judge of that. Show me what you've got. I just had to find something else to do. I just picked them up. Less talking, more fighting. Whoa. Alright. You got quite an arm there, young lady. What is going on with you two? Still holding grudges? She's locked herself up in her chamber. What a baby. Alright, let me go and take a look. You did leave feces on her bed. Don't pretend like this is the reason she won't come out. Is this what will happen to me too one day? I want to say no, but you never know. There might be an invasion next time, so I gotta keep my options open. The truth is, once you become of age, we will need to find you a husband sooner or later. I guess I didn't think of it before. This puts everything into a different perspective. I was angry at her for being so irritating, but now I'm angry at her that she's leaving me. Again, I feel like you're missing the point. Who will I vex now? Sidani is too young. It's not the same. I'm sure you'll find a way to occupy your time. I mean, you did sneak out and get drunk, so you seem to be occupying your time adequately without your sisters anyway. Okay. What I did to Larishula wasn't fair. Don't apologize to me. I know. I feel like it's best to give her some time. I will make it right, though. Okay. Finally. Finally. That's good. That is brilliant. So finally, my kids are, you know, not at each other's throats. Where did my daughter say my other daughter was at? She sure as heck ain't here. I'll go speak to you. How are the wedding preparations going? Handmade decorations. Brilliant. I'm really not bothered. I'm really not bothered at all. Let me just head out. I'll see you later. What I'm gonna go and do, actually, is I'm gonna go over to the dungeon. And I'm gonna let the peasant out. Yes, you've had enough. You may leave. The gods truly have chosen me. I'll go and spread their wisdom. Our paths will cross again. I can feel it. Brilliant. Be gone. And then let me speak to the soldier. I didn't think a kin would come down to the dungeon. Okay. You've got nothing else to add. Have we not repaired the roof? I thought we'd repaired the roof. Alright, apparently the masons haven't quite got to it yet. That's fine. Right, so we're now making a pretty decent chunk of change. So I'm pretty happy about how that's going. We do have to obviously deal with a massive amount of repayment to the bank. But that's okay. That's totally fine. Your guests have to have something to dance to. 3 weeks until the wedding. You know, there's no reason to splash out right now, especially given that our tavern business is about to come good as well, which is really, really nice. Let's just save and continue. See what else comes in front of me during my throne hours. Okay, just 2 people today, he says, and then immediately regrets it. All right, General. No sign of the Rodovians at the East Post, Your Grace. There was nothing left behind. Okay, we basically need to have the General going out consistently for the next couple of weeks in order to make sure that all of the posts are cleared up before the wedding. There's still time until the wedding. We should check out the Rodovian posts while there's still a chance. Yeah, you don't say, buddy. You don't say. Let me dispense with the matters of ruling first, because my General might be required for something else. Probably not, though. I don't think anything is quite as important as getting rid of the posts. I think I know that they are after me. Who are you talking about? Yesterday, when I went to bed, someone was in my room. They moved the candles. Okay, you are quietly going crazy, except you're disturbing your king whilst you're doing it. Larishula, I think she's still locked up in her chamber. She's refusing to come out. I think it's best to give her some time. I don't know what to do, darling. The wedding is so close. I wanted to help her pick the flowers, but she won't talk to me. I suppose you're right. I'll get back to the preparations. Yeah, we need to speak to her. I have a funny feeling that she might have run off, which is not really that good. Yet another village has been raided. Should we aid them in their time of need? They should have a great effect on our people's contentment. Oh, no. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good at all. I really don't want to commit the general to doing... We need to focus on what's important. I'm really sorry. -1 happiness? Okay, that's nothing. I thought it was going to have a great effect. What do you have there, merchant? I bring a mixture that can cure illness. Works most of the time. Cures almost anything. You won't find anything better for 5 gold pieces. I'm going to buy it. The reason is... I want to go and give it to my... compatriot. Let's go and investigate the North Post. Yep, send the general to explore the North Post, and then let's immediately get back and see if we can go and check out the council chamber. I need to check out... I need to find my daughter. I mean, there's no point in organizing stuff for a wedding if she's not here. Okay, let's speak to the king, see if we can offer them... yeah, I have this medicine. I bought it from a merchant. Apparently it cures everything. Do you think a mere potion from the market will cure my wife? How is your wife? It's none of your business. Well, just give me the... Okay, I'm really not that bothered about whatever you've got to say. And clearly, you're not bothered about what I've got to say. Okay, can I just... Okay, yeah, I know you have no need for it yourself, but can I not just give it to him anyway? Just as a gesture of kindness or something. I don't know. Still absolutely no sign of my daughter, which terrifies me because I don't really want to invest in a wedding if it's not going to happen. Right, I'll see you later. Let me go to the walls just on the off chance that she's gone there. I highly doubt that that will be the case. However, it's worth a shot, isn't it? It's worth a shot. No, she ain't here. What a waste of time. Cool. Head back. Head back downstairs. And then we will finish up the week and see what the situation is. Okay, I'm making good money. Making good money. Good money. Yeah, this is not super bad. 5 gold every week, basically. Okay, 2 weeks until the wedding. That's brilliant. Let's just go straight to the next week. Since, again, there's no point in investing in the flowers early. I don't know if they can rot, but they might. Right, what do you got? We're getting close to the wedding. We need to make sure those Rodovian posts are not a threat to us, Your Grace. Right, let's hear from the general first, if that's the case, then. The North Post was crawling with Rodovian scum. We've managed to dispatch most of them. Wait, what? Oh, cool. So it's not just a scouting operation. It's a proper army operation. Right, what have we got? Peasant. Thanks to the new inn we've built, our workers are happier and work harder. We can plow much faster. We still need to maintain the inn, but I wanted to bring you something extra for help. We'll be contributing 1 gold every week to the kingdom. Brilliant. This is very generous. Thank you very much. Our people will appreciate this. Please visit us if you need any more help. I like investing in things like this. I mean, that is a brilliant return on the investment. Hopefully it'll pay out. What are you hiding there, Potato Head? You said I can't have a cat, so I got myself a different pet. I never said you can't have a cat, just not Larishula's one. It's a snail. I found him in the garden, and I've called him Smudge. Right. Kinda gross. It's the best replacement I've found so far. Didn't have to leave. She could help me find something better. What if the cat stayed? Would you be happier if Larishula went alone? Well, then Dusty would miss your Larishula. You said it yourself, that's not an option. Either they both stay or they both go. So there's no way? No way. I think he would love it in the council chamber. I think you would love it in the council. When can I go back there? You mean the snail? What was it? Smeary? It's Smudge. It's not that hard, Father. He smudges. That's why. Of course. I'm afraid you won't be able to go into the council chamber for a while, though. King Tallies is staying there until the wedding ceremony. Can't believe I wasted 5 gold on this potion, which Watch's Chops is totally disinterested in. Right. Let's have a little look. Grace, I've been robbed. I was on my way down to Hagos when a bunch of thugs threatened my life. Did not give them all my goods. Now I'm left with nothing and nowhere to go. Is there a chance I could count on your support? We can't compensate everyone who loses their belongings. I'm not giving you 12 gold. That's a big no-no, my dude. You should have known it could happen one day. You always hear about these things, but you don't actually believe it could happen to you. Obvious risk. Perhaps you should make the roads safer. Yeah, sure. Maybe I will do that. You never know. Okay, let's speak to these 2 peasants. Your Grace, I have a small favor to ask of you. Heck. Teeny tiny. Would you happen to have any spare gold? You see, 1 piece of gold is all I ask for that way. Heck, I could get myself some, boots. Yes, that's it. Some new boots, of course. I know it's rather unusual, but I would greatly appreciate the help. So what say you? New boots, you say? 1 gold. Sure. But it better be boots. Of course. What else? Thank you, Your Grace. I am such a generous dude. My Grace, my village has been raided with bandits. Let me guess, there's a monster on their banners. No, not at all. Locals for sure, but they were armed. Our food supplies and cattle were stolen. We would greatly appreciate your support. I'll give you 7 supplies. Yeah, I'll give you 7 supplies. That's absolutely fine. Hope this will compensate for your losses and 1 extra happiness as well. We are much obliged. Much obliged. Okay, let's get the general to go to the last and final post. I'm still not convinced, frankly, that my daughter is going to be around. Okay, the Radovians are leading the charge when it comes to disrupting life in the kingdom. I'm not convinced that things will settle down after the wedding, frankly. Firstly, because, you know, I suspect that this game is longer than 8 weeks long. But also because, you know, I just think, you know, there's more to this than meets the eye. Okay, is it time? I think it's time. We got to buy all of the preparations that we need for the wedding. Let's do it. Okay, so we bought everything. We still got a couple of terms of repayment to the bank, but that's, you know, it's nothing to deter us. The Queen wanted to see you, Your Grace. Cool. Okay, what have we got? General, give it to me. No sign of Radovians at the West Post, Your Grace. We did find a hell of a mess, though. They left gold and supplies behind. They must have gone away in a hurry. Brilliant. 2 golds and 2 supplies. That doesn't really offset the investment that I made in the wedding, but it's not super bad. Oh, finally, my daughter has turned up. I was so convinced that she wasn't going to be here for the wedding, and I was just going to throw that money down the drain. Right, Radovian Postgone, I think we're ready for your wedding, Your Grace. Brilliant. Pietro, I'm starting to think that perhaps you are involved. Why would I say this? Why would you tell someone you know that they know? I better leave. I can leave, right? Lock this guy up, please. Lock this guy up. Divine intervention. Yeah, we've dealt with that. Radovia raided the village. Bandit attack. Yes, we've dealt with all of this. Gold for boots. The king decided to spare some fella the gold. I doubt we'll ever see him again. This paranoid lord. I have no idea how we can actually deal with him. Please just lock him up. Okay, let me deal with the peasant first. I came to ask for some help. My father's very sick with fever. He's pale as a ghost and shakes and sweats all the time. Hey! Hey, hey, hey! She could handle these diseases if we had the court witch. You should put word out that we're looking for a court witch. As for your father, I have this medicine. This should help your father. It's something stronger that you wouldn't find in a rural stall. It did cost me 5 gold. Papa, here I come. Do I get happiness for that? No. I guess we'll find out next week or the week after if it actually helped. Now, can I just get off my throne and walk away from my daughter here? She is being a little bit of a truant. But I should probably just deal with her whilst I'm here. Father, you finally came out. Can you please come and meet me at the wall when you get a chance? I wanted to talk to you. Of course, I'll see you there. Debated. Next. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that to my daughter. Let's go, Larishula. Let's go. Okay, the general is actually still around. Cool. Alright, that's good. Nice. Alright. Is this Dusty? Is he up here on a permanent basis? You wanted to see me? I'm sorry I shouted at you. I didn't mean it when I called you stupid. I just wish things were different. I just wish I'd spent the past couple of days being with you, not angry at you. Wow, this is some amazing self-reflection from a very petulant daughter. I know, darling, I know. I love you, father. I love you too. I love you more than anything in this world, Lully. I know. You hate it when I call you that, but you're still my Lully. It's alright, Papa. I'll miss you calling me Lully. Your mother has prepared one hell of a wedding. Yes, I'd better get ready before she finds me. I'll see you at the party. Can I make sure that somebody escorts her? Can I get Stan to go and make sure that she gets to where she needs to go? I'm still not convinced that she's actually going to show up for the wedding. Maybe that's just my innate pessimism, but I'm convinced that something is about to go wrong, or somebody's about to be kidnapped before a wedding. Sidani, I've chatted to you already today. Let me just walk up through the gardens, see if there's anything else that I need to take care of. Yes, father, we're almost ready for the wedding. For you, it will be not Larishula. I can't believe she's leaving. Hopefully, she can learn to be friends with Prince Ivo. Yes, I know. It's a shame. It's a shame. Okay. I need to talk to Orly. Do I really? Do I really need to talk to her? I thought the wedding was pretty much ready. I must say, I'm a pretty flippin' great king. Look at the economy. The economy is doing fantastically. The military is doing brilliantly. Everyone's happy. I've got a pigeon to spare. I got a general to spare. It's all looking good. Darling, how are the wedding preparations going? Apart from one thing, choosing a dress, I'll let you do the honors. Oh. 50 gold is nothing for such elegance. What do you say? Is this the correct one? Let's see how the others compare. They don't. This is the middle gown. Nothing special, but for 25 pieces of gold, we can't expect too much. So what do you think? The puffy one? I think it actually looks quite nice. I think this is the one that it is. Okay. Hopefully, we're going to be able to repay the bank loan. Right. Cool. I'll see you later. Okay. I think we should have the money to do it. It should be totally fine. Yep, the bank gold, repayment. Yeah, it's all good. We're going to increase our reserves by 5. Happiness is looking pretty good. Wedding is going to be on this turn. I'm still convinced that it's going to be a disaster. The kings of Davern and Atana make an alliance to defeat Ravoya. Ahem. I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of my new wife here. I'll enjoy the company, I'm sure. And yikes. Yikes. Okay, Ivo is a little bit of a drunk. Ivo, are you alright? Ivo, are you alright? Of course, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you, Your Grace. So, like I said, company, my wife, yes, here's to that. Here's to that. Forgive me. Father said I should make some kind of a speech. I wasn't sure what to say. I hope I didn't offend you. Anyway, you look very pretty, Larishula. Oh. Whew. Yikes. Ivo, he's a good lad. I wouldn't let you marry someone inappropriate. You know that, right, Larishula? A bit clumsy to be sure, but he will grow out of that. I will be on my way if you excuse me. Tallies. About the Radovians. This seals the deal, Eric. You get the army. I get full access to the archives. A shaking hand to do the deal. I wasn't sure if you would honor our bargain, Eric. I'm a man of my word. Why would you think that? Why would you think that? You're a family man, aren't you? I didn't think you would let your daughter leave the nest just yet. Believe me, the other option didn't seem any better. And the party went on. Everyone was busy eating fancy food, drinking the finest wine. The band was pretty good too. I looked for him everywhere. I've stirred up every pot in every kitchen. Don't worry, we'll find him, Sinani. This salad looks surprisingly flavorsome. What is it? A Khalid's recipe? The dress is not half bad. Didn't know they had such sublime taste. Thank you very much. I chose the dress myself. These snails are extremely undercooked. No. Snails? That's not part of the menu. Oh, no. The party went better than anyone expected, apart from Sedani, who lost her beloved smudge. I think I've spent enough time with the guests. I really do need to get back to the archives. If you don't mind, I will take my leave, Eric. Tallies. Ha, your grace. Leaving so early? Toast. Drink with us at least one more time. Oh, here come the shots. Perfect timing, your grace. Will I get some peace after that? To the young couple. Oh no, he's gonna get poisoned. Oh, I knew it. Until the ill-fated toast, that is. I knew it. It had to be. Cough, cough. Eric, do something. Send for the doctor. Don't just stand there, you idiots. You heard the king. Go. Okay. Tallies was on the ground before anyone had a chance to react. I'm pretty sure nothing would have helped him. He's not... Is he? Father? Your grace. Father. Somebody stop the waiter who served the wine. How? Eric, how could you allow for this to happen? Eric, you have accommodated us in your castle, which we are grateful for. But this is beyond our belief. You have failed as a host and responsible for the events of tonight. The king of Atana, Tallies, is dead. Ivo, you're the Tallies' only son. You have no choice but to take on the burden of the crown upon yourself. Go ahead, Ivo. Eric, I can't believe this. You leave me no choice as the king of Atana. My first order is to withhold the armies that my father promised you, and I will not be paying for your agents. Eric, the king of the Davern, you are responsible for Tally's death, unless otherwise can be proven upon a royal trial. Until then, Davern will not receive support from Atana. Larishula, pack your things. We're taking my father home. Wait, no. You cannot do that. Your grace, the wedding is over. The vows were said, the marriage still stands. Have courage, my darling. Oh, yikes. This is getting very, very, very dicey. Yeah, okay, cool. So we now have the opportunity to pay for agents. I think that this is probably what we want to do. We want to have the opportunity to hire Stan, at least for a little while. But you know what? I think we're gonna finish this up right here. If you'd like to see more of this game, if you'd like to see more of Yes, Your Grace, then do let me know in the comments down below. This has been Yes, Your Grace, as I've already said. It's a brilliant little strategy management game that also has a bunch of story elements in. I've really liked it, and what a great plot as well. What a great plot. So you'll have to see what happens next. Pick up the game yourself if you're interested. Thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye.